Okay, all right. Hey, Stacey, thank you for doing this. I know you don't want to do this, but there we go. We're going to do it anyway. But thank you. So what I want to do really to start the year with is to start kind of review where we got to last year, and with because we didn't work terribly much together last year.
One
Um,
session.
was it? I think it was only one, yeah. And obviously this year we're going to be doing more with you. So I'd like to sort of think about 2011 and then go on to 2012. So what e-learning activities did you do in 2011?
Okay, so we started off with things like Tagsedo. That was an excellent one just for brainstorming topic words about our landscape learning topics.
Mm-hmm.
I also used little bird tales for the
Oh,
children to write in their stories. Towards the end of the year, I used a fantastic program called Outrage,
oh yeah, yeah.
and
Just brilliant, yeah.
yeah, the
Is the
kids
school
really.
bought that? Or you got the free version?
No, I just downloaded the demo version for the kids to work on.
Because it's only a dollar. It's only $1 a computer. It's
Okay,
really cheap for New Zealand schools to buy. So
well
we
that's
can.
something I'd like to look into
Oh, we'll look at
definitely.
that. Okay, we'll look at that because it
Yeah.
is a good program. I agree.
Yeah.
So your Little Bird Tales and Tuxedo that you mentioned, what was the most successful implementation? You spoke very positively about both of those and even Outrage. And why were they so good?
Oh, well, Outrage, the kids found fantastic. I mean, the skills they learned were really, really good.
Hmm.
They learned to upload photos, to trace them, to take it away, to put the background in, to use the different layers.
Oh, cool. Is that
So
right?
the skills built were just amazing through Outrage.
Okay. So
Yeah.
how did you use it specifically just as an art program to bolster your art program, or did you try and integrate it elsewhere?
It was basically just as a self-portrait
Oh yeah.
tool that I
Yeah,
did
yeah, yeah, yeah.
for the
Cool.
one activity, yeah.
Cool. Okay, so what difficulties did you encounter last year when you tried to integrate new tools into the classroom or do things differently in the class? What were the issues for you that were
One of
challenging?
the main ones was if we tried to upload a voice recording or if the children wanted to upload a video to something, we didn't have audio drivers, so and no microphones, so that was probably one of the biggest ones.
Right.
But they did, use my laptop, and whenever we went into the IT suite, the odd ones that had microphones we could use on that.
So is that something that's been resolved for this year?
Don't know yet.
I don't know yet. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you overcame them by those issues by letting the kids use your computer, which it creates a bit of a block anyway, or using your IT suite time. Of
Mm.
course, the IT suite's gone now.
Yes.
So we're reliant upon stuff in the classroom this year with your 7 computers. So we need to make sure that your microphones are working. We might pop over and have a look. So if you could repeat anything that you did in 2011 in terms of integrating some of those tools, what would you do differently if you could have your time again?
Probably spend more time maybe introducing the topic first. I know I didn't have a data projector last year, so it was a little bit hard.
Hmm.
Going back and showing the children exactly what to do because a lot of them just had so many questions on, the steps. But
Hmm.
I do think the tutorials will really help.
Oh, cool. Oh, yes,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course. We get
So
onto
we've got
that.
those now.
Yes, so we've got the interactive tutorials, and of course, giving those to the students and for yourselves as well, of course. That'll be really good. We'll have a look at that. So with that in mind, what are your goals? E-learning goals for either for you or for your class or for whatever in 2012.
Okay, for myself, the big one will be my interactive data projector,
Right.
which I'll be getting next week. So
Okay.
I'm very excited.
Right.
Yeah, and then just getting the students onto as much more integrating than one-off activities.
Yeah, integrating, and hopefully again that landscape learning resource we created will hopefully give you a start for that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So how, with that in mind, with the integration and with the your interactive data projector, obviously all of these tools are not designed. We're not here to make you guys work harder. We want to know that they actually have an impact, a positive impact upon student learning outcomes. How might you measure that, or how are we going to know that the kids are not just having fun, but they're actually benefiting from you putting all this effort into, introducing new stuff and changing the way you deliver content in the classroom? Have you thought about that?
Not a whole lot. Basically, just maybe the outcome, the final product.
Yeah.
Not so much the games and things, but actually more projects and more research-based things where they're actually finding things out and using it in their learning.
So I wonder if we could establish a baseline. Could you compare, for example, the work that the students from last year produced without that kind of interaction that you're thinking of compared to the students that we were using this year? Would that be a kind of a baseline that we could work from?
Really good. Yeah,
Okay, so because we kind of need to try and kind of see where, I know they're a different bunch of children and you're using a different set of tools, so there's lots of variables here, but maybe we could look at that. Okay, and so how are you going to ensure that you meet your goals? I mean,
have a plan of what I'm going to do and how I'm going to take it out, and make sure that I reflect on it and see what worked, what didn't work, what am I keeping, what am I leaving.
Well, we've got some templates to help you with that, but my advice to you would be to say one at a time. Let's not try and do all of it all in one go. So don't overload yourself. Take it slow. Yeah, absolutely.
Do it properly.
Okay. And have you thought about anything that you might have to change? For example, with your interactive whiteboard, your interactive data projector, are you envisioning that might actually have an impact upon the actual way you teach, how you prepare lessons?
Absolutely.
What impact do you envisage it might have?
Something so simple as being able to show them the words to a song, just helps so much because they can see it a lot better. Everything's a lot clearer. I can explain things a lot better and show them how I want them to set things out. Just an overall impact on their work.
Cool. So it should be a good year then.
Hopefully.
Okay.